welcome back to another pick a pile. If you need an ego check, a gentle, loving ego check from your higher self, today's pick a pile is for you. This is going to be a little love letter from your higher self on what you need to stop apologizing for. I am Courtney. Welcome to my little pink corner of the internet. I am going to give you a little pep talk, but if that is not something you're needing, you can skip ahead to whatever pile you're going to choose or the pile pick. I love you so very much. Today I just want to talk about legacy. I have lost a family member, and I have been thinking about everything that's going to change or where to go next after that. Sometimes grief can destabilize us, but with having gone through so much of it in my life, I think something really important is to remember what that person would have wanted for you, what they teach you, and integrate that into your life. Whether that be they were very driven, or they were family oriented. Take what you can, make it part of yourself, integrate it, process, heal, and move forward. But without all that, I am going to get into our piles for the day. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be on what your higher self wants you to stop apologizing for. And for pile one, all your cards are pre-shuffled, so we're going off crystals here. I have brought out my little rose quartz star, gorgeous like you. Pile 2 is going to be my beautiful, bubbly, high-grade rose quartz hearts. Slay. And then we also have this cute, adorable little rose quartz tumble I have. It's cool. It's kind of like a wonky oval, but I want you to pick whatever feels like a yes. You are able to scroll or go through timestamps. Everything is timestamped, so just go to pile 1, 2, or 3, whatever you're feeling. Settle in. We are making time for you, okay? But without further ado, I'm going to get into pile 1. I love you so much, Barbie. Pile 1, Barbies, hello! We are going to get into your cards, but I want to say thanks for choosing to spend some time with me and pour something back into yourself. You are in the right place if you chose this little rose quartz star. This is actually kind of new. It's beautiful, but this whole reading, per the title and everything, is going to be on what your higher self wants you to stop apologizing for. Okay? I don't want you taking on anything that's not yours or not productive. Not something you can reflect on, just something you take on you don't need to. But with our first oracle card, I like to use all pink decks here. Getting asked out, text message, or call with intent to date, tentative plans, and making or solidifying a plan. When I was pulling your cards the other day, because I'm breaking the fourth wall here, but something I like to do is pull them ahead and see what channeled messages I get, so I don't have to do as much work on the day of filming. I also have your tarot cards here. We are using the My Melody Tarot. For you, I got Justice. I love this stuff because even the more intense cards are cutesy. We also have the Ten of Wands. We also have the Hierophant, beautiful, and we also have Temperance. So lots of major arcana here, which means some major emotional themes. So this is something greatly, greatly important to you. And then for your last oracle card here, we also have Not Everything Needs Overthinking, with this adorable dragon here. I really, really need you to hear, and I was feeling this particularly when I was pulling the cards. What your higher self would really like you to stop apologizing for is your standards. Feeling as though you have have to lower your standards, or your dreams are too big, or you are too assertive. I don't know if you are a feminine person or if you are naturally a more bold person by nature. I want to tell you, you've already lived a life five times fold more than me, because I was a people pleaser and I had to learn to stop doing that so I could ask for what I need. You are a very, very kind person who is not afraid to ask for what you want. And because of that, I think you need to hear, if you carry yourself with gentleness and consideration for other people, knowing what you want and asking for it is not bossy. It is taking initiative, and it's being a boss. Okay? You know what you want. You know what you want in your future. You know what you want in your present. You have a plan for your life, whether it be loose or otherwise. I think you are in touch with your passions at the very least. You know what you want and you ask for it. And the reason that's so important, and I want you to honor it instead of apologize for it, is because that determination and that clear mind is going to bring you the life you want. So while it may be uncomfortable sometimes, I want you to look at yourself and say, okay, but like when I ask for these things I want, I'm kind. And I make sure it's warranted, and I put in the work, and I've done what I need to establish myself as somebody who's going to stay here, or establish myself as somebody who's committed to what I'm doing. You have a strong commitment to what you're doing with the Hierophant here, and it's not wrong to ask for what you want. I feel very passionate about this, and I think it's because your higher self is coming forward. But like for some of you, this is even going to be literal with this card, It's a Plan. Maybe you are somebody who likes to hear from somebody you are on a first date with, or somebody you are, or a friend you are meeting up with, that they know that there's a plan and that there's something going on. I think you care a lot about having a great time and feeling organized. And I think don't compromise on any of this with not everything needs overthinking. What's part of this is, I think you feel taken care of, and you feel wanted, and you feel prioritized, and you feel respected when people acknowledge that you have a plan and that you need to know when this is happening. And that's not too much to ask for. I know I hate that when it doesn't come up for me. That's not too much to ask for. Having a plan and knowing that somebody is dedicated to showing up on time and as invested as you are about carrying these things out and sharing time together is not too much to ask for. And I know sometimes people can project onto us that we're doing too much there. It's not too much to ask for. If you need to just hear it from another person and somebody who's channeling your higher self, you wanting a plan and having the peace of mind of, okay, I'll set an alarm for this time and get up tomorrow and be ready by this time because I know they'll be here then. It's not too much. It helps you plan your day. It helps you know what your priorities are going to be one day and move through that. Don't apologize for your needs is the strongest thing here. And don't apologize for having goals or wants or passion or drive. And to me, I want to tell you, I think undercutting yourself is ridiculous, because with an energy this loving and with an energy this driven and sure of where they want to go, I don't want you dropping your standards. I don't want you discrediting yourself or saying, well, you were an hour late, but it's fine. No. I love you so much. I want you to have and set expectations, and they are not unwarranted, okay? Your energy is a gift. I actually think you are so empowering for other people around you, and you make other people feel warranted. You wanted. You make people feel good about where they're at and feel like they can expand because they have somebody rooting for them like you, okay? So like when you have goals and you have things you want to achieve and you have this next level and this next milestone you want to get to, when you're ready to ask for it, how about you just ask for it? Because you have a plan for your life you want to see come into fruition. And you absolutely can. And you're getting there no matter what you do. Because of how cool you are and your drive and what makes you you. But this journey is going to have a lot less bumps if you aren't apologizing for asking for what you want. It's going to have a lot less resistance for you getting there if you don't compromise on your wants, don't compromise on your values, because they aren't too much to ask for, and you are very empathetic and very kind. And with the Ten of Wands, you're impartial. If I'm looking at justice and the Ten of Wands, this is your people-pleasing, Diva. It's time to stop. Your higher self said stop. Diva, get up. And both of us love you so very much. But you are somebody with wants and needs and values and personal power. And you should really be acting from it. You should. It's going to make your life easier. It's going to help you achieve and get to the point you would like to get to. I will say here, there is fire and Sagittarius placements here. There's Leo too. Yeah, you don't need to water it down. Like literally with Temperance here and you being detail oriented and compromising either to get through the day or because you're working with other people. It's like a diplomatic energy, and you don't owe anybody diplomacy on your long-term goals. You need to honor that because it's something that's for you. It's something you know that you want. And you need to have respect for yourself too. Respecting yourself is not people pleasing. Respecting yourself is helping others when they need it, but never turning your back on your goals and never disregarding them because you're afraid to speak up for yourself. And you want to be this person. And all you have to do is start walking the walk. And have this conversation with yourself of, these are my goals, these are my values, these are my wants. And I'm kind and I'm nice, but I can't let anybody take these away from me. I owe it to myself to go after this goal I want so very much to achieve. And it's as simple as that. And turn it into a mantra. Turn it into something you say to yourself, but it's important. It's important because you are the one driving all that change and you are the one that's going to make it happen. So speak up for yourself, okay? But I love you so very much, Pile 1. Ooh, that like, I heard my voice like vibrato, whatever, I don't know, but I love you so very much. I hope this felt good for you, like talking to a big sister. You are welcome back to my psychic corner of Barbie Lands anytime. You can subscribe, you can say hi in the comments. I don't bite. I post get readies. I post get ready with me's where I teach you a tarot card once a week, and I post these once a week. I love you so much. I hope this was helpful to you, made you feel good, and I hope you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are, Diva. My name is Courtney. I will see you again soon. Bye. Hello, beautiful Barbies of Pile 2. I love you so very much. You are in exactly the right place if you chose Pile 2 or my little rose quartz heart. Good taste. I love this one. I love you so very much. I'm so happy you're here. If you just need to be hyped up, or like you want to hear like what you should let go of so you can be happier, this pick a card is going to be again on what your higher self wants you to stop apologizing for. I have pre-shuffled all your cards. We're going to go into them and I'm going to read for you, okay? So I love to use all pink decks. We have bold move here, an invitation, being proactive, taking steps, making things happen, gift for someone and yourself. There's something you're putting effort behind that you care a whole lot about. Next we have your My Melody Tarot cards. I love them. They're so cutesy, even the more difficult ones. We have the King of Swords. I love him. He's got a bad rap, but I love the King of Swords. Very nuanced, like all other tarot cards. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Like I said, you were working on something, and I see you actively doing it. You're not in the idea stage. You are actively working on this. We also have the Page of Wands. Cool, cool, cool. And then we also have the Eight of Cups. And then what's so interesting, by the way, what's so cool about you is I pulled one fairy oracle card for every other group except for you. You got two. So we have your efforts are being rewarded. So fun. You are cooking and whatever you're doing is working. So don't give up. And we also have spend time on the things that bring you joy. What I am feeling very, very strongly for you here, you need to honor any feelings that you have about what you're putting behind, because I feel like it's personally challenging for you. Maybe you have never been part of such an experience in your life where you had to hold out so much faith for yourself and so much faith in your abilities and what you're doing. With the Page of Wands and the Eight of Cups, I want you, your higher self really, really wants you to stop apologizing for having moments of doubt, okay? With bold move here and the King of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, you are doing something you've never done before, okay? Whether this is a career path or taking a harder, more difficult class in whatever learning environment you might be part of, for whatever, you have taken something on here and there's passion behind it. And I think your greatest asset and your favorite weapon for any time you are experiencing burnout in this thing is going to be going back to why you enjoy it, okay? Whether that be like writing down that personal manifesto just came in, may be helpful for so many of you, and you know, putting it somewhere you see it every day so you remember like why you dedicated yourself to it. Because with the King of Swords here, this is conviction. This is something, and if nobody has praised you for this, you have been very, very resilient and very, very stubborn in whatever this is you're working on. You have been very, very resilient, okay? Because I think you have had to learn an entirely new skill set, which you are getting down, but you've had to learn skills and you've had to put your nose to the grindstone to really make this work for yourself and start seeing it come off of the ground. I just had a visual of like the wheels. If anybody's ever flown on a plane, maybe you look out the window when you're on a plane. I know I love to see the wheels come out, and I know I love to see the wheels come up before and after takeoff, and that is something I am seeing here, okay? Nothing you are doing is pointless. You are not doing anything that's pointless. You are not making life harder for yourself. You are moving towards the goal you want. That I can promise and assure you of here with the Page of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, and with your efforts are being rewarded. But I really want you to be able to honor this burnout, okay? Because you are doing something new and you are in the stages where you're not seeing a huge payoff yet. As of today, as of the immediate future, tomorrow, you are not seeing the huge payoff of this yet. You don't have the whole picture yet, so it's okay to get frustrated with where you're at. And that doesn't mean give up, and that doesn't mean wallow in it, but like, you are allowed to be frustrated with where you're at, I think, is what your higher self wants you to stop apologizing for. This is hard. This is difficult. You are walking a path a lot of people don't do. And that is because, like, people can't always see the light at the end of, you can't always see the light and the great things that are going to come from something that takes a lot of effort to put in, or something that doesn't come with overnight success. Maybe you are starting a new degree, and you're taking some really difficult classes, and you're like, I haven't been to school in years. I haven't done this. And maybe it's just starting to make sense for you now, or maybe you are working harder than you thought you would be. But just because you can't see the end result doesn't mean these results aren't coming for you, okay? I want you to focus on why you're doing it. What are the parts you really enjoy? Is what you're learning about something you've always wanted to know about, or something you cared about and had an interest in before you even signed up for classes? Think about your motives for doing it when things feel really heavy. And focus on any compliments people give you about what makes your paper unique, or what makes your style of how you work unique, or what makes you unique. Because this is important for you, and this is meant for you with the King of Swords here. You just need to keep on being stubborn and honor those feelings when they come up, okay? Because I see determination here. I see, I refuse to fail here. But the only way you're going to burn yourself out is if you don't honor that burnout. If you're not like, I want to keep doing this, but like right now, like this sucks. Like this really sucks. You're allowed to say that and pick everything up and keep going with it. You are allowed to, you don't need to have a plastic smile in what you're doing. You are allowed to get frustrated with how slow things are going, as long as you remember this is for you. This is for you with Bold Move here. An invitation, being proactive, taking steps, making things happen. This is for you, and you are chasing it. You have the bug for it, so I want you to hang on to it. With this Eight of Cups here, it's also fine to take breaks. And like, the way somebody else is doing something does not have to be the way you're doing something, because with the Page of Wands and the King of Swords here, your shit, okay, it works. So I really want you to continue going with whatever this is. It's yours, it's aligned with you, it's working, and it is something you're capable of. And I don't really do timing questions, so like, I don't really see timing here. This does not even feel like a linear path. It feels like you're taking steps and you are in the process of doing. Okay, so as long as you're enjoying the process and you are doing something you like, I want you to focus on that. And when you feel burnt out, honor that too. Okay, all of your feelings matter here, because it's all part of the journey of something really significant to you that you care a lot about. Okay, I care about you so very much. You will have it, and I want you to have it. I am so proud of you for honoring your feelings and having this beautiful balance of it being something you love, but also watching it bloom. And look at the small growth that builds up over time. Okay, you don't have to wait for the big day when you graduate or anything like that. Appreciate the small growth. Appreciate the signs of all of your efforts. Okay? But I love you so very much, Pile 2. You were so sweet to read for. I hope you feel more empowered because you are powerful. And if you ever want to come back to my little corner of Barbie Land again, my psychic corner of Barbie Land, I am so happy you're here. I got to read for you and be part of your self-care practice. Subscribe to me. You can say hi in the comments. I don't bite. I love you so much. I hope this was healing for you and felt as fun for you as it did for me. And I will see you soon. I love you so very much. Bye, Barbie. Hello, beautiful Barbies of Pile 3. You are in exactly the right place. If you chose Pile 3 and you also chose my cute little rose quartz tumble, okay, I'm happy you're here. If you need to be hyped up or just hear somebody say really nice things about you, I'm here. Like I said, all your cards are pre-shuffled. We are here to talk about what your higher self wants you to stop apologizing for because it's enough, okay? I use all pink decks. And starting off, we have gratuity with being gracious, abundant mindset, high frequency, positivity, and attracting what you want. And then, my friends, you got extra tarot cards when I was shuffling for you. Let's get into these. I love the My Melody Tarot. Even the heavier ones are all cutesy, but these were very beautiful. So you got the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Fool, the Page of Pentacles, and then for your little extra two that came out, we got Death. You're not gonna die, it means change. And we also got the Nine of Swords. And then for your beautiful little fairy oracle card, we got the Winds Will Carry You Again. Okay, so some of you are in constant pursuit of love. And I really think it means romantically. Now, I don't see anything about codependency here, but I do see something about you maybe not always looking before you fall. You get so excited about an offer that you sometimes don't stay aligned with like what you say you want in a partner and like what you want long term, which is fine because it's about learning and finding that person who's a really great match for us. I want you to be kinder on yourself about giving others chances, okay? Your love is not a waste. In fact, I think how you keep your heart open is what your higher self wants you to stop apologizing for. And that doesn't mean we can't date with more intention and everything. But I think your higher self is really coming forward to say here, hey, the love that you give other people is not wasted, and you did not waste your time. With gratuity here, I think this helps you keep your heart open with being gracious, abundant mindset, high frequency, positivity, attracting what you want. And as far as this card goes, the winds will carry you again. I think love is something you want. I think it's something you have wanted since you were really very little. And I think it's something you've been in pursuit of finding somebody who values you and finding somebody who wants to know you and understand you. And I think you also like the idea of having a life best friend, of doing the thing with somebody. Now, with Death and the Nine of Swords, I do think that maybe some of you have healthy boundaries, but some of you are grappling with the idea of finding it difficult to be alone. And that is a very, very important life skill to learn and have. But it is much easier said than done if you are constantly dating. I don't think you need to make a radical decision like not dating anymore. I don't think you need to take a break. What I think you need to do is refine your taste and really settle and think about, hey, what's important to me in like a long-term partner? Like, what do I like really, really need about somebody instead of what's hot? Like maybe like a bad boy on like a motorbike or something. But, I don't want you to think that any love you have given to others has been a waste. I think it makes you trusting, but I think you know what you want. And I want you to hear that like things are not black and white. You can pursue love and be open without tolerating disrespect or things very much outside of what you would like, you know. And this is about maybe a guy curses and has really terrible opinions on women, but he smells good and you like him and he's mean to everybody but you want a partner who is empathetic and insightful and on the right side of history. But maybe he doesn't wear your favorite cologne that like other guys have had and stuff. The one we want is the nice one. The one we want is the nice one. And just because this one has like a bad factor to him doesn't mean he's good for your nervous system. The ones that you pick and end up long term with are supposed to be good for your nervous system, okay? They're not supposed to drive you crazy like that. What's here is you need to keep your heart open, and you having such a soft heart is your biggest strength. But you just need to get better at or just be more intentional about who has safe hands for you to put your heart into. You know, who is going to handle it gently and who is going to squash it. But I really do think here, like, love is part of your thing. I don't want you to give up on it. Love is part of your life's journey and what you're here for. Partnership is meant for you. Family, if that is what you want, is meant for you. You are so called to these things because they're meant for you. And maybe you take some time out to figure out what it is really, really important to you in a partner. But your heart and your trust and your vulnerability is not the issue here. It's a bad picker, okay? That is not the problem here. It is fine. It is making sure that like who somebody is lines up with what you know you want. Lines up with what you know is good for you. Okay? Because with gratuity here, you deserve your match. With somebody so open and somebody so receptive. And somebody so gentle and so loving. You don't want somebody who's going to be abrupt or going to be mean to others. You want somebody on that same mindset so they are as open to love as you are. Your higher self just wants you to adjust your expectations here instead of calling yourself silly or dumb for like letting somebody in. It's the farthest thing from the truth. Need you to stop apologizing for that and just start asking for what you want and what you deserve. That's what it is here. I will say there's air signs here, there's water signs. But mistakes are how we learn. And mistakes are how we figure out what we don't want. So we can really, really settle in and look at what's still there and figure out what we do want. Okay? So everything before this has been an opportunity. Everything before this has been an opportunity and given you more knowledge so you can figure out what you do want to bring into your life. But please, please, please stop with the negative self-talk, okay? You are somebody with an open heart and open mind and somebody deserving of all the love that you hand out returns back to you. Gratuity here, I keep on looking at the word positivity. So really just, if you think about manifestation, if you are somebody who is a big manifester when it comes to love, maybe you need to tweak how you're doing it, because manifestation, I want you to remember you can get as picky as you like. Don't just ask for a partner. I want you to get as picky as you like. And maybe they won't have all 99 things that are on the list, but they will have whatever is the most important to you. You are supposed to get as picky as you like. You are supposed to be particular and specific when you manifest. So I really, really want you to start thinking on what's hot to me and what do I need? Okay? Because the wind will carry you again. I think with somebody so aligned with love, you bring it in easily. But imagine how much power and what change you'll see if you are more specific about what you want to bring in. Gratuity here for me is about where you're at and your capacity for manifesting things in and bringing in that love you want into your life. But you are powerful, powerful manifestors, pile 3. Such a gentle and loving group to read for. I love you so very much, Diva. And I am so happy that you are keeping your heart open. Work on that self-talk. I want it to be kinder. You can subscribe to me if you want to come back to my little psychic corner of Barbie Land. I post twice a week, and I adore you so very much. I was so happy to read for you, and I will see you again next time. Say hi to me in the comments. I don't bite. I love you so very much. I will see you again soon. My name is Courtney.